Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
We got four. We got four.
Operating from the gun. Hughes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check 26. Check 26.
They run the counter. Copeland. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Go. Get off the field. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
To throw is Hughes. To throw on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Hughes to throw on third down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. 49. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey! It comes to me, it's me. Go.
First and 10, Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The 4-yard pickup, that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Let's go. 8, read. Stay with your man. Watch right. Quarterback, don't get nervous. Hey, orbit. Swear you up. Don't get nervous. He's coming. We got double up. Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
Here's Stick, third and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
The The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Kill. Check the backer, check the backer.
This is Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 13. Check 13.
Check. Alert flare. Switch it. Watch out.
On 2nd down, Copeland. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
Now Hughes on 1st and 10. That's caught by Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hughes from the gun, he'll throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You better be afraid of me. Gone. Yes. yes. Recon, 132 fighter. Watching you get it.
On third down, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the safety creep. Switch. 36. Check.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
First down, Buccaneers.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. We got it. Slant.
On first down, Copeland. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, watch it. Check 50.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. a completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
On the ready.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Strip the ball.
Big grip.
Stick from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
We go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
Hey. Snap.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards on the ground. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Hey, lock it.
Watch the run.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now Stick. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. in short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. Going deep this time for Miller. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, dude. 5.
Off play action, it's Stick. And he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, exit.
Come on, baby.
And
Mike 5-5. Mike 55.
Yep.
5-5. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Now watch one. Watch one. Mike
hey, Charlie.
55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hit it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got it.
Go.
Switch. Switch. 49. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
4 down. Even.
Ready.
Stick back to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shady West. 31. Shoot. Let's go. Hey, we got to go.
Hughes now. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
25. Kill. Wait, 50 seconds to Mike.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Stick looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Yo. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Coming to you. Check 24.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Hughes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now they try the right side here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Coming, baby.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Travel. Push it. Hey, box drop. Go.
Mike 55. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 55.
Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Oh, you got deep? 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Let's go.
Stick looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Buccaneer first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. To throw is Hughes. Looking to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
55, Mike 55. Nice, sweetheart.
Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
Rock it. Now.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Now.
On 2nd and 9. Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Guys, Mike 49. Watch the pass.
Look at me. Go. Under crunch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get that quarterback.
Back to throw. Hughes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Second and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Switch out. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, under 10.
They'll run it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
That's me. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
55, Mike.
Hey, Wahoo.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Watch the out. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
At the 21-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
55. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 11. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
All day, baby. Let's
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Jones. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Go! 60 or. Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
Now a handoff looking right, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one.